Hey.
Perfect timing. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting week of You've Already Peaked Gaming Podcast, starring Locar, the Man Beast. That's you, buddy. Give yourself a fucking round of applause. Fighting out of the red corner, the Lobster Dust.
I just watch a fucking blood vessel burst.
I was trying to see. I'm a little lightheaded. I was trying to see if I can like hold it long enough, and I just I just pass out.
That was the so the guy that was a voice actor for Goku for the anime for Dragon Ball Z, I guess, had been reported passing out 3 or 4 times during audio recording from him just going like for so long and just like crumpled to the ground. They have to like go in and wake him up like, oh my god, some salt.
Can you imagine they have one of those fucking, he's in there recording and they have to like strap him into like one of those toddler like Johnny jump ups that's like strapped to the ceiling in case he falls out while he's screaming. They kind of pull him back up. Oh, they shake his legs till the blood goes back to his legs. Like, oh, what happened? Passed out again, Fred.
I just like imagine it. It looks like like being on a plane too. Every time he passes out, there's just like a compartment that like drops an oxygen mask. Where am I? All right, we got 5 more seconds of you screaming, man. Oh Christ! How you been, man?
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. No COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, it's positive.
Although, so I have to do it Tuesday nights.
Mm-hmm.
I have to pop a finger in my asshole and do the old COVID test.
It's a weird place for your asshole.
So yeah, right. So I can feel like where I consistently hit with the thing.
Yeah.
This time, clear as a bell.
Yeah.
I'm not getting shit. Whatever. Go up this nostril. Good. Go up here. Feels like I punctured a sack and then just snot. And then I couldn't stop sneezing or blowing my nose.
I wait.
That can't be good.
It's weird how like your face like hold, because like we have pockets inside of where our sinuses are, you know, and there's these little pockets that fill up with all that gross shit. So like I went to get a massage yesterday. So I get my massage for my back, right? Like, yeah, it's some kudo fucking high end. Like, yeah, exactly. I mean, my masseuse is this small little fucking white dude. I'm pretty sure he's gay. There's nothing wrong with it. Nice guy. Because one time,
great hand jobs.
He was well, he was working on my leg and he accidentally slipped like and fucking like caught a nut and ball and was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." I was like, "It's not a big deal. It's good. Let's keep going." He's like, "No, I mean, just want to make sure you're comfortable and okay with it." And I was like, "Yeah, no, we're fine. Just like let's keep going. Like I pay for an hour. Let's get it out."
You said it.
But like, so he gets back down and he's like touching my leg. I'm like, "Oh no." I was like, "If you touch it, you gotta finish it." He's like, So I scheduled my next time. I was like, I hope he fucking
hits the fucking button. Alarm goes off. This guy's trying to get me to jerk him off.
So, but anyway, so yesterday he had me face down and I was like, don't work on my leg and my back because it's been bugging me so much. It's like, let's just do upper body. I'm like, I got a lot of stress and everything. Just get rid of all that. It's like, all right, no problem. We had me face down for so long. It was like working on like the sinus pressures around my head.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I was like, well, my eye was watering, so I could feel like a drip of like the tear, and I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, time to get up and like turn over. So I like, picked my face up, and my fucking whole face just decided at that point to release, and I was like, tissue! And he's like, what? I was like, give me a tissue. So I had my hand out for the tissue. I think I panicked him. And
tissue!
Goes for my nuts again. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, tissue! And he's like, what? I'm like, tissue. And I put my hand out to get a tissue from him. And this is this guy's fucking customer service. He takes the tissue and puts it on my face. And like, it's like cleaning my, I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, Oh, I thought you. Yeah, it's like I thought
this is the massage you wanted.
Like, no, just let me blow my nose real quick.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm fucking leaking everywhere. So he's like, it's okay. You're my last client today. They can clean the room. It's fine. It's good, perfect.
But what if you go back in and like you go to lay down, and you just see all that snot still there? Like, this is a dirty place.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those massage envies, you know. Yeah, it's not. It's like a massage envy, you know. So it's like, you know, I've been going to the same. So I've gone through a few different people because like when my back was real bad, I was trying to figure out if like chiropractor was the answer or going to the doctor and all these things. Nothing really works, but the massage makes me feel better. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll just do that because I can eat Norcos all day long. They're not doing anything for my back pain. You know, they get me high and I can't poop. That's it. Yeah. So it's like, okay, I'll get the massage. I'll make that work.
Yeah. Fucking, you ever been to one of those massage places?
Yeah.
I have not. I feel like it's a fucking hole in my life that I haven't fucking like. It's not like on a list somewhere like that I want to do this, but I feel like it's kind of weird, especially for what degenerates we were. Like, how have I never gone to a good old fashioned fucking rub and tug?
So I went in high school. So
yeah. I remember when everybody found out about those.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to go, and then my mom fucking found out because me and Austin were fucking talking about it. She's like, "What are you talking about?"
Get a hand job.
Like, oh, nothing. Yeah. And fucking yeah, I think maybe that scared me off, but fucking I just feel like I'm missing something. If their whole job is just to fucking Terminator jerk dicks all day, it's got to be fantastic.
No, it was no. See, like the prostitute is like, hey, I'm gonna get paid to suck you off, and it's just gonna be my job. I don't want her to
suck me off.
Well, what do you? I know, but imagine it. Imagine
I want the kung fu grip, just.
But it's part of the job.
I want her hand and my right hand to stand down a hallway, and the fucking Clint Eastwood, like, who's gonna finish him first? And just fucking like, and somehow she beats that fucking gunfight.
I mean, maybe it's just maybe I'm just too sentimental. Maybe I want a little bit of love in my life. It was just like, it's like, look, lady, I could do this myself, and I'm not gonna fucking pay you to like half-ass wank it. Like,
no, I want like a fucking like a reverse, like the thumbs going like in counterclockwise motions as she's doing this, and I'm gripping the table like, oh my fucking god, what are you doing? And she's just one hand, she's not even paying attention. She's just fucking going, and I'm just she blowing bubbles like bubble gum and like texting her fucking boyfriend while her hand is just fucking like Mach 2 when like the frame rate like on like you see a car commercial and it looks like the rims are spinning backwards. Like I want her hand to be doing that, and I'm just
but
mind blown from it.
I think you're gonna actually have to pay for someone whose job is that, because it's like it's that extra weird little thing that's not their job. That's just like some weird pseudo thing they do on the side, right? Like, yeah, it's not a job. You got to go to a whore house.
Still recording?
We're still recording. It's the first time this has happened in a long time.
To you. To me, it was like I fucking moved my foot and like.
That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. We got copyright.
Finally, it's not on me.
I was Oh, fuck.
Yes.
Well, we'll see how this goes. I mean, it should be okay. I mean, it's still recording, so.
Anyways, what I was saying is I'm pretty sure if you walk into a place that's got like those Venetian blinds all across the front, that their primary source of business is not giving a deep tissue massage.
Okay. Yeah. True.
Like, people know why you're going there. Like you walk in and they're like, "Can I offer you massage?"
Yeah. All lower body, please.
Yeah.
Start with the toes.
Be real
in your
specific. I want you to work your way from my taint to my tip.
Well, there's one of those places right next door to my house.
You gotta fucking roll up $100 bill and shove it in your dick hole so that when you fucking flop over, it's just like, oh look, $100. Nope.
You gotta get it
not
out.
Yet.
But you have to get it out before you get hard, because it might. and then she's got to get in there.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a heart.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Swear to God, look it up. That's why.
If I put something in my penis
has
hole,
to be longer,
and then I get hard, it gets sucked in.
It's a fucking muscle, dude. So as the muscle expands and like whatever's in the tip of it can get pulled back into it. That's how like catheters and shit like that work. It's all masturbation thing from fucking what was it, Choke or whatever. The dude puts a fucking metal rod in his dick to jerk off. Well, they tell you that if that is your fucking little fetish, it needs to be longer than your dick is in total. It's like another pocket for the men.
I'm terrified.
Well, now the question is,
it's like another pocket for men. Take that, prison. Got a fucking cell phone up my dick. Look as much as you want in my ass.
So
how's your week been?
Well, I can't seem to get this $100 bill out. It's been good. It's been good. It's Wednesday, middle of the week. So the end of last week ended up with me like trying to get money from a property, and then I've spent 2 days just playing collection agent for this property. They owe us like $6,000. It's like whatever. It's no big deal. But we're also we're taking over the property's landscaping, and we're doing their student turns for the summertime. So the issue that I have is that if you're not going to pay your money ahead of time, I'm not going to continue doing work. And that just puts us like in a really bad position. So I've had to go in and do like the whole like nice guy, then kind of like the mafia terms of like, hey, if you don't want to pay, it's fine. I'll just break your fucking kneecaps, So
yeah.
Yeah. So that's been the beginning part of my week, which honestly hasn't been bad. It's fucking obnoxious. I just don't want to have to do it. Just pay your fucking bills. People, just pay your fucking bills. I get if you don't have money, just say it then. Don't ask me to do the work and then fucking tell me you can't pay. I'm not doing it, I run too much bullshit around for that already. And then it takes so much time out of my day I sat on the phone for an hour and a half today while this girl was on the phone with accounting doing basically this. It's like, did you hear that? No, I didn't. Okay, she said blah, 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 blah. Okay, hold on. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, God, fucking Christ.
She's got fucking one phone here, the other phone here.
Yeah.
And she's just trying to fucking...
She's writing an email. She's talking to me on speakerphone. It's like, what the fuck is happening? Just pay your fucking bills, people. So, other than that, been pretty chill. Pretty relaxed. Are you,
I was just ignoring a bill collector.
Somebody stole my info. It's either that or I went on a weird porn site, but I have been getting some. I got a message today, text message today. Hold on, let's see if I can find it. I blocked it, so hopefully it didn't delete it. Let's see if it's under spam and blocked. Steve Harvey's massive Mandingo trick is viral. I was like, the fuck? It just came through my phone.
The fucking please, we're attempting to reach you about your car's extended warranty. The fucking like the political like, did you know that your senator, like that kind of shit? Fucking instantly. Steve Harvey's Mandingo trick. That's how you get me. Yeah, that's especially after like 2 drinks. I'm like, I have to see what the fuck
I saw it.
About.
I was like, I won't respond to that immediately on Google. It's like, yeah, it's getting.
First thing that pops up is like Mandingo trick scam. It's like, yeah, but what is the thing? Like, they have to be talking about something.
Fine, scam me. Just give me something. Yeah. Oh man.
Just Rick Astley as soon as you click on it. Never gonna give you
motherfucker.
A little ticker that says we have all of your information.
All right, worth it.
Oh man.
I haven't been actually rickrolled. And I think that that's something that like I feel only the elite of the elite will ever get the rickrolled, the true rickrolled. But like to actually have someone be like, "Oh, you got to do this blah blah blah," and like, okay, go all the way through it, click on it, and then get a rickroll out of it. That's fucking top tier trolling. That's so good.
I was sent wasn't even sent an article. Somebody posted an article I don't even remember what it was talking about, but like this full thing was like talking about this like weird, like just so bizarre situation that was caught on camera. And they're like, we have the link here to the video, and like you read, I read like 3 or 4 paragraphs of this shit, and I was like, fucking what? Like, and then to the life of me, I don't even remember what it was about. All I just know is when I clicked on it to watch the video of it happening, it was Rick Astley, and that was the first and only time I've ever been Rickrolled, and I was like, oh, wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I completely, like, I wasn't even mad that I just read all that. I was like, oh, I just got Rickrolled. This is neat.
It's one of those things you can add on a resume. You know? Yeah.
Instantly hired. Don't give a fuck about your 10 years of unemployment.
Great planning.
Yeah.
Go getter, team spirit, been Rickrolled.
Fucking. I was just saying, put it on the resume. Like, they're like looking through your resume. They click on it.
Did you think about that?
Fucking, if I'm a boss, I'm sorry. You got a sense of humor. I'm going to hire you at least through probation period.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'll at least call you in for the second interview.
Oh, man.
Christ. That'd be too good. Oh, God. I got to do hiring, too. So, like, I'm hoping for it now. If you're watching this, don't worry about being professional. Just hit me with a Rickroll. You'll get the job. I'll have you clean toilets for a month.
A fucking shit job just so he fucking leaves.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I just had to say I hired you because of it. Like, I'm gonna make your life hell until you voluntarily quit now. Oh, fucking A.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. So,
Fall Guys.
Yeah. Do you enjoy it?
That was. Oh.
So we have the video. It went live today. So as we're recording this on a Wednesday, the Fall Guys that we recorded on Saturday is live today to watch. And so, did you watch any of it?
I haven't seen it yet.
No?
I'm almost afraid.
Yeah, that's what Cliff said.
That's pretty fucking
yeah.
toasty.
Cliff was like, I had to do a lot of editing, cut a lot of shit out. He's like, oh, good. So I'm not in it at all. I was like, oh no, you're in it. There's like 4 or 5 scenes of just like Cliff just like falling off the map constantly.
I probably still have my VOD up.
You do?
On Twitch,
yeah, I saw
the whole thing.
I was gonna rip a bunch of shit from it, but I was just like, oh, such a nightmare.
That was. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I'm surprised, because like just in essence, it's just us talking shit and playing a fucking silly party game. But I was not expecting it to be like that much fun. And, and it was probably the alcohol. But
yeah,
holy hell, I had a blast.
Yeah, it started off high tier and it didn't end at all. It just kept the like nice little upwards curve all night long. It got a little ridiculous towards the end of the night because I was just like blah, 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 blah. But for the most part it was fine. There was parts of the like, because we recorded about 3 hours or almost 3 hours
of just Fall Guys.
And I was able to get the video down to an hour, a little over an hour. And so
I'm surprised you got it to an hour.
What?
For cutting around all the dumb shit.
It was about an hour and 45 minutes when I finally got like all of it, and then like I was able to shave off 45 minutes, which was good, because there's a lot of it which is us just like, there's funny things happening, but it's just us like waiting for the next game, or we just start talking about random shit, or like I'll go off on a tangent, or like you started randomly talking to your chat at one point. And then there was just like 5 minutes of us being like, what the fuck is going on? And then you're like, oh, no, it's a chat. It's like, oh, okay.
You can catch me live on twitch.tv/DjLobsterDust, motherfuckers.
Yes, you can.
I'm hardly ever on there, but good luck.
We'll start linking the Twitch channel. So that way when you quit your job, it'll all be in it.
Yeah.
You're playing Valorant today, huh?
Yeah.
I caught the tail end of that.
I'm fucking getting better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's a good...
I'm still not great, but...
We were having that conversation. It's like, we had a conversation about CS:GO or just Counter-Strike in general the other day, and everybody was like, we should play that again. We haven't played that in years. It's like Valorant's such a like good in between like the Overwatch and like the Counter-Strike that it just kind of like, it's so nice to just meet in the middle a little bit. So.
Yeah. Overwatch is fun too, though.
Yeah. I mean, this Overwatch.
I mean, I don't play it nearly as seriously as the other people do. Well, I'm just quiet, like Forrest Whitaker. I'd like killed one. Like everybody else has killed everybody. Killed one. Good job, bud.
The Overwatch 2 is coming out, and they're completely getting rid of Overwatch 1. Like it will not. It's gonna meld over the top of it. It's completely disappearing. So your Overwatch 1 account will become an Overwatch 2 account, no matter what. You won't have to pay for it.
I was like,
you will get
motherfuckers. I'm pretty sure I paid for that.
Yeah, but I mean, they're changing a bunch of the heroes. They're introducing some new stuff. They're changing up some of the tank roles. They're going from 6 players to 5 players. Like, it's a whole fucking it's just a whole thing. No one understands why, but it's like, okay, whatever. You know, people are saying, oh, it's it's the only game that just got a 6-player fucking team base. Blah blah blah. Okay,
that's why it's fucking cool.
Exactly. You know, it's like all these fucking, like we were talking about with Fall Guys. How is it that you need 60 fucking people to start a match, but you can only have a party of 4?
Yeah. Or why do you allow a party of 4, but you won't let us do custom games without 10?
Yeah.
It's just weird, arbitrary shit.
It just doesn't make sense, especially when you throw something like a party game together. If I am doing a party game, I want to have 10, 20, 50 fucking people that we can just play together, you know? And I guess that's where it comes into like the custom lobbies. So you have over that amount. But I still want, if I only have 10 players, I'd still like to get into a 60-player lobby. I don't want to only do fucking 10 players, you know? That was like the only downside when we were doing the custom lobby. It was like she filled us in with 10 or whatever. And it was like, yeah, it's cool, but it's like, I really liked seeing those large, like that one where like we're jumping through the walls or whatever. And then it just like the whole crowd, it just like couldn't get through, you know? I don't know. It's interesting. It blows my mind. It's like, I want a good party game like that you can just have as many people as you want.
And Fall Guys has been out for how long?
Yeah, long enough. A few years. 2019.
Weird.
It had to have been 2020.
I think I've watched
August 2020.
Really?
Yeah. So it's only been a couple years, and it's gone free to play in a couple years. Now it was only $19 or something when it launched, so it's not like it was terribly expensive. And maybe it has crossplay on it, so it's between like the PC, PS4, Xbox 360. Who knows, or whatever the fucking Xbox is now. So maybe the crossplay like increases the community that like having it free to play isn't a big deal, or maybe they just made so much goddamn money off of it. Because they partnered up with so many different IPs to make skins and stuff like that maybe that's where their capital all comes from. But it doesn't seem like anything's really changed in the game. I don't know if there's any new maps or anything like that. Regardless, doesn't matter because the time that we spent in it was fucking fun. I just wish we could have more people together to have more fun.
Yeah.
Like Jedi popped in for a hot second and then he left and was like, oh, thank God he left. Because at least we can do 60-player lobbies. You know what I mean? Like, just felt bad. Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I want to do it again, though.
Yeah. And I want to get fucking, like, Rylux's group. I want to get, like, a bunch of people so we can actually do. Because I feel like if we actually got, but at the same point, I don't want it to be, like, fucking just 10 people. And if it was, like, 15 or something like that, but we were all in like a Discord and shit like that. Like, I don't know. It'd probably get a little unmanageable. Like everybody drinking, everybody fucking, blah, 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 blah. You're not getting any content.
Oh yeah. That is not a record
but
night.
It'd be fun.
That's a stream night and like cap the VOD. Like
fucking. But it'd be fun.
It would be fun. It would be fun. I think the most fun that we would have with that too would be the because I think under custom lobbies you can pick and choose maps. I think I saw an option for that.
That'd be cool too.
So if that's the case, then that also makes it
we
a
could
lot
not
more.
Play that one race map that we fucking played.
I mean, I'm fucking pretty good at it now.
Yeah. You got it down, so I might keep it in. Fucking. Oh.
Yeah, it was good. And everybody had fun too. That was the best part. Everybody had fun. Now?
Yeah.
It wasn't like one of those games where we play where like it's not like the cycle or fucking 2 hours in. It's like I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Yeah.
Per our last podcast.
Maybe that's why it was so good.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Because everybody was having fun. Because what did we talk about on our last podcast? How'd that go?
About the cycle?
No, World War III.
Oh, it went great. We had so much fun.
I think somebody used code Brad and it was just fucking us up
for one game.
Holy shit!
That first game. Okay, well, actually, no.
The first game was awful because that was like
it was like second or third. Like after we kind of like warmed up, we're like, oh, it's getting better, and then just fucking hardwall.
Oh my god!
Wow.
We hit that same map like 2 times.
One, yeah.
Oh my god! And it was like, oh, we couldn't walk 5 feet without getting blasted. I was just like maybe I'm bad at the game. Maybe that's just what it is. And I'll take it. I'm fucking dog shit at World War III. Fine. It's because I haven't put enough hours in it. Fine. Holy fuck though. There was like a hot point. I was like, I was spawning and dying like so quickly. Like I wasn't able actually to do anything. Like I was just spawn death, spawn death, spawn death. And I was spawning in different places too. So I'm like, oh, maybe I just spawn where enemies were. Spawn the next spot, dead immediately. And I'm not like, oh, I was peeking corners, walking around. No, I'd like spawn, take a step, and it was dead. And I was like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm so angry. I tried so hard to. I was like, it'll be okay.
I didn't even know you were serious when you said, all right, fuck that game. And then I just realized I was the only person still in the lobby. I was like, oh, all right. Exit out. What are we playing now?
Oh, I got so mad.
Yeah, I feel it.
It's the thing about the shooters too, right? Like, I don't mind being bad at a shooter as long as I'm like getting some play in it and like
I feel like there's some kind of progression.
I'm learning. I'm getting some kills and I'm feeling okay.
But just the fucking unrelenting steamroll of fuckery. Like we had that like one game where I called in like the airstrike on the tank and shit like that, and that's when I felt like we were both starting to like heat up, and like I was like, okay, like we shook the dust off. And then like the very next game, I literally would spawn on you and I'd be right next to you and I died like an airstrike. And then I'd spawn on you and like you were just laying down and like I'm directly next to you, but like grenades are killing me. And I was kind of like, motherfucking piece of fucking shit. Just fucking getting so pissed. And then like the next game, I was like, we'd spawn on one point, but then we'd end up going the opposite way.
Yeah.
And like you just kept going that way and you kept getting killed and then I kept getting fucking sniped by some dickhead on a fucking ledge.
Yep.
And yeah, and then we left.
and that's not to say that we were doing bad. Like our numbers were relatively good. Yeah. Like if you looked at the rest of our team that was playing, like our numbers were like we're talking about like 12 kills to like where like the average was like 5, 8. 10 kills or whatever it comes out to. Like we had some of the highest caps on our team. We ended up winning both of those shithole maps we played. You know what I mean? So it was like, it's not that we're bad. Well, I mean, we're bad, but I mean, like,
it was fun, but it wasn't enjoyable. I don't know how to describe it.
I don't know what changed in the last update.
We won, but it felt like we lost.
I don't know what, because they had an update not too long ago. So I'm wondering if they changed some shit.
Yeah.
And we're just like, we're so far behind in level. Because I know that they reset the level cap because they introduced a bunch of new changes with like some attachments and stuff like that. So it's one of those things that we were talking about, like the cycle. You like, if you don't ride that wave, you end up being so far back that there's possibility that some of the later guns are just so good that you're just going to get shit on and you're just going to have to deal with it, Maybe we'll get into it again. I'm hoping it was just a bad mood for myself, or just a bad couple games. We're just playing at peak hours. Who knows?
Could be.
Who knows?
Fucking speaking of the cycle, I heard. Do you know who Clean is?
Streamer?
I think he's a streamer, like a content creator.
Okay.
He's really big into Tarkov.
Okay.
And for a little bit he worked for Battlestate Games. Tarkov wife, by the way.
Yeah.
He worked for Battlestate Games for a while, and somebody was asking him about like his feelings about the cycle. And he's like, the game itself, not for me. Like I'm a Tarkov guy, and he was talking about how the storms are actually what resets the map. You can stay in the map for as long as you want, and the storms are meant to kind of bunker you down. And if you are far enough away, like a certain proximity away from a loot area, that storm will restock everything on the map.
Oh, interesting.
And like he was saying, like, I think it's really cool that they have that. Like, he was going through a whole breakdown of why the game is good and why the game isn't exactly Tarkov. Because Tarkov, like, you can just do like a run through, and if it's fucking hit, it's hit until that resets.
Yeah.
And he made some really fucking cool points about that game, and gave some great insight on how to play it.
Interesting. Is it a YouTube video or is it just fucking? Was he just?
I think it was a YouTube short.
Okay, interesting.
Like,
I'll have to check it out.
But
because that is something about that game. I can understand why Tarkov players don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like when you get to like a realistic tactical shooter, and then you go back to Fortnite, it's it's a little hard.
It's not it.
Yeah, it's a little different, you know. But with that being said, I think that the cycle has, if they can balance things better, I feel like that game is going to be that Fortnite kickoff, because there are people that don't want to spend the 60 some odd dollars to get into Tarkov, or the fucking 120 so you can get into the arena mode. You know what I mean? Like, they don't want to spend the arm and a leg at that point. And it's the same thing with like PUBG. People didn't want to spend the $60 or whatever the fuck it was when PUBG came out, and then Fortnite was able to come out for free and kind of took over, you know? So if the cycle can balance all this shit out and put it all together, they're going to capitalize on all of the people that don't want to spend the money on Tarkov. And if that's the case, that game could make a fuck ton of money, you know? So
yeah,
it's an interesting, it's an interesting point to look at. I hope it does really well. I hope it's not just one of these like weird cash grab type of things and it just disappears.
Well, I mean, Shroud is balls deep in it.
Yeah, but
that always helped for the exposure.
He's paid to do it because he's doing drops.
But that helps with exposure. And I literally, until today, because today was Tarkov wipe, so everybody's fucking servers are completely fucking locked up. Like, it's taken 30 minutes just to get into a lobby. But until today, like the wipe, I mean, my list of Twitch streamers is pretty hard cycle.
Yep. Because it was something new. It was a thing, the conversation we were having before, where like people play Tarkov to a point and then they just wait for wipe because it's like, well, there's nothing else to do. And like, what's the point? Like, unless you're going in for the hard PvP, which most of the time you're not really. People are still waiting for fucking, what is it? Streets. They're still waiting for Streets. Yeah, the map.
Oh,
you know, there's nothing to be done there. Like, and people are just like, they're done playing. They've done all their missions. They've done all their stuff. It's like, all right, time for wipe. So I also found out too, this is a weird thing. I don't know if it's weird or not, but careful, easy.
COVID. Continue.
I'll lose them. The people who play Tarkov that are waiting for wipe end up in Star Citizen. There's this weird overlap of people that are really like into Escape from Tarkov that play Star Citizen in between waiting for wipes.
If this is a Venn diagram, this is Tarkov, this is Star Citizen. The gap right here in the middle says, I hate myself.
yeah.
Fucking. It's weird.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. It's just.
I mean, they're both games that don't fucking hold your hand at all. They're both.
You're just the battered wife that leaves one fucking bad relationship for the next, you know. I
fucking show up with a fucking black eye on your right side. Are you gonna be kind to me, honey? I only punched the left. Oh, thank God.
You okay? You look like you're struggling, man.
I am. I don't know what the fuck happened. I feel like a toddler. Like when they burp, they fart, they shit, and they puke all at the same time. I'm good, I think.
I'm waiting for the green screen, and then you just crumpled to the ground.
Yeah. Fucking levitating. Oh. I'm the fucking Kamehameha guy. Fucking Johnny Jump Up.
Oh, man.
That's called a callback, ladies and gentlemen. There's a green screen.
Man, so some more good news in the world of gaming. I'm really happy still with my decision on not playing WoW anymore. So Blizzard has been they acquired.
It's about to get juicy.
It's so fun. Sean just sent me this thing today, and it's fantastic. So there's a company out there, this developer company. God, what's their name? What are their names?
Sure.
Yeah, it's called Biodome.
Oh, that would be a fucking banger.
It's Pro something. I can't remember the name. Anyway, they made this battle royale game called Spellbreak. It's where you kind of like cast spells and stuff like that. It's battle royale, but you basically play as a witch, and you fly around, brooms, and shoot stuff. Cool little game. It was interesting. It popped up for a little bit, and it never really got any traction. They're shutting their studio down in 2023 because Blizzard acquired that studio, completely bought everything, and is basically taking the entire team and pushing them into the new WoW expansion development. So the problem is, so the backstory of this. So like this is kind of crazy because like we'll get into it in a minute, but like where we're at now, Blizzard and World of Warcraft is dog shit. They're falling apart. Blizzard can't keep fucking employees working for more than 5 seconds without them needing to go on strike. The merger for fucking acquisition with Microsoft is still being in process. Bobby Kotick is still at the head of the top, blah, 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 blah. There's just this type of thing. Well, Blizzard is failing World of Warcraft constantly. I feel personally it's just failing. And so they cut the expansion Shadowlands short early, and they're working on the next expansion, Dragonflight, which they all of a sudden announced is going to be released the end of this year. They're slating it to be released before December 31st of 2022. So I want it in players' hands this year. They've already put out all the fucking pre-order stuff and everything. So under California law, we basically have a thing where we have a law basically states that if you announce something and you put it up for pre-order, and you don't deliver by that expected date before the end of the year, you're allowed to offer refunds back to people. So say we pre-ordered something and it was for December and it gets pushed till January, we have a right as a consumer to ask for a full refund on a pre-order, which we didn't have before. So they're really playing a interesting line, because when we were at GameStop, we knew specifically any game that came on the list as released December 31st of whatever year just basically meant that was just a point that they were going to put at. So they're going to put this point out there. It's probably going to come the following year, most likely. So for Blizzard, who's already kind of like fallen apart in general, it doesn't make any sense to pre-order something to then reissue the refunds unless your sales are going to be so bad for this year, Q4, that pre-ordering a game that you know isn't going to launch until January is worth it, because you can increase your numbers for Q4 sales. Then January 1st, at the start of the next year, when Q1 starts back up, issue the refunds of the people that want it through. Well, then release the game as well, and whoever was going to buy it is going to buy it anyway. So it evens out all your fucking sales. It's so toxic. It's so toxic.
That is some fuck shit.
Yeah, it's some fuck shit. Well, Then you also have the thing, the problem with they're having with this WoW expansion in general is new area, new content, new raids, new dungeons, new storyline, as well as taking every single class and spec in the game, giving it all brand new talent trees, revamping everything, coming up with new gear to like level everything out, including having a new class and 3 specs that go for the new class. Make sure everything is balanced and ready to go. They haven't released a family and friends alpha. They haven't released a beta, and they want it out by the end of the year. So it's like, the problem I have is all the fucking fanboys that are just like, oh yeah, I pre-ordered. I bought the most expensive one, knowing full well that it's not coming out this year, right? Yeah, sure, you'll probably get it when it comes out. Who gives a shit? Buy it when it comes out then. You can always buy the deluxe edition later. You don't need to buy it now. And like, and you're breeding into that toxicity of that corporate fucking make our sales look good because we have nothing going on, right? Overwatch 2 is supposed to come out in October, but it's going free to play. So honestly, there's going to be no money involved in that game, or very, very little. Sure, are people going to spend money on fucking a battle pass and whatever weird cosmetics? Yeah. Is it going to be fucking $60 per person? Absolutely not. What else do they have? They're not doing Diablo 4. Diablo Immortal is, you know,
making tons of money. People are almost to level 5.
They did another breakdown, and they said their initial stating of $10,000 to get a max character was wrong. They said, we're sorry, we put that number out there. That is incorrect. Now that everybody's been playing it and actually been spending money for it, we've been able to find an average. It's actually $100,000. Yeah.
I thought it was going that way. It's just fucking. You're all 100. I was like, that's fair. $1,000. Whoa.
There's I'll have to send this to you. Someone made a website that basically has a roulette spin thing. So it's like, here are all the gems that you can get. This is what you get for purchasing a $25 pack. Or it just says, how many spins do you have to run until you get your first 5-star gem? And so it just pushes it, and you just watch your numbers tick up. Some people hit it first time, get one. Some people hit it and they don't fucking get their first one till like $5,000 because it's all randomized. It's plain lotto. You know what I mean? And so to have a full 5-stack gem, like I ran it, it would have been fucking $20,000 before I got my gear. And then some people have been posting on the Reddit and stuff like that.
Like at that point, you have a better chance of just like buying a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll just keep playing it free and I'll just go buy a lotto ticket. Yep. Fucking.
And then gold farmers in WoW, I guess, are selling WoW tokens to make up enough money to then spend the money on Diablo Immortal for their fucking things. It's so bad, man. You're talking about, Blizzard was the fucking king of the gaming industry. Right?
Yeah.
It was respectable, man. You if you were working or playing a Blizzard game, you were top notch. You were a fucking Chad. Not anymore.
And now you're a fucking chode.
It makes me feel bad. And I talked to all my friends. So
breast milk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. None of that shit has been fixed. But hey, pre-order our game that we know isn't going to come out this year, and we know we're going to have to issue refunds for. But we just need the money to show our fucking shareholders that we're doing something.
Yeah, anything, please.
Yeah.
Just begging for it at this point.
God, it's so gross. It's so gross.
Well, speaking of games that are coming out this year, Starfield.
Oh, yeah?
The more I look into it, the more I kind of want to play it.
Why?
I don't know. I know I took this hard stance, like, I want to play games with my friend. Maybe it's because sometimes, like, you guys are at work and I'm just sitting here fucking bored. How many times can I vacuum my fucking house? It kind of sounds cool. I don't know.
It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be
it's gonna be great.
No, I mean, it's gonna be a shit Bethesda game, but I think the game itself is gonna be good. It's gonna be top tier. It'll be worth playing.
The more I see like people talking about it, the more it appeals to me. And maybe they're just making like the best case, you know?
Sure.
But what also kind of dawned on me is it's a Bethesda game. And Skyrim has a lot of... Okay, and then somebody else brought it up because they were like, well, they'll end up like probably like a month in, they'll have mods to make this look a little cleaner or something like that.
Yeah.
And they said that, and I was all, ooh, mods in space. And then I started like trying to like think of like what fucking hilarious mods are gonna come out for I don't know if they could, like, based on like licensing. I don't know. It's mods, right?
Oh yeah, they don't give a shit on licensing. Yeah.
I would fucking love it if somebody just trolled, like they had like the USS Enterprise, but it was all Star Wars characters. But then and they just like mix matched everything. And you just watch people like lose their fucking minds.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine getting
just a giant hamburger instead of a fucking like like the landing bit, like just like the most obscene shit? Like I want to get it just to dive real deep into this dumb shit, you know?
Yeah, because the Skyrim modding community is fucking insane. Like where they remod like the Parallax or whatever the dragon is to look like fucking Thomas the Tank Engine. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my god,
those are some of my favorites.
It's like, oh, what's that noise? You hear like a choo choo, turn around and fucking tank come barreling through, you know? It's like,
yeah. And I mean, we've seen a lot, like even like Elden Ring when they had the mods. What was it, Shrek and Donkey fighting fucking Thomas the Tank Engine? That was like the tree sentinel.
Yep.
But we've seen a lot of it like in like dragons and stuff like that. I'm kind of excited to see like what they're gonna do in space.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, for sure. I there's also that idea too. It's like modding then turns the game. So it's the same thing with like GTA 5. The people have been begging GTA 5 to get some type of fucking shader upgrade for years, and finally a modder just came out and was like, "I'm sick of waiting. Here it is." And everybody was like, "Fantastic!" And the community and like even the developers like, "Wow, that looks really good." Like, oh, you pieces of shit, do it yourself. You know, why would you do it yourself? Well, because it's fucking free labor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why would you spend money to fix something the community is just going to do for free? Go. All right, there you go.
Imagine like flying in space and having a mod where a black hole is actually just like Riley Reid's mouth. Just fucking sucking everything in.
I want to mod my ship to look like a baby. So when I'm fighting in space, it just like a fucking flying around.
Fucking, you land and like the landing dock is just the diaper coming out. You just slide around like a fucking slip and slide of shit to get out. And maybe that's why I'm excited. I don't know, but like I was just reeling and thinking of like all the dumb shit.
Think of how many hours you spent in Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. I mean, even Fallout 4. Yeah. I mean, I spent a lifetime in those fucking games. You know, all of them, not just one of them or a couple of them, all of them. I played every Elder Scrolls game I can get my hands on. I have Daggerfall downloaded on my computer right now. You know what I mean? Like, I love Bethesda games, the Todd Howard version. You know what I mean? Like, I played 76. Fallout 76 is not good. That is a hard fucking game to get through. It was bad at the beginning. I re-downloaded it probably about 6 months ago because I was like, I'll give it another shot. It's on fucking Game Pass or whatever. I was like, I'll give it a shot. It's here. It's free. I don't got to spend any money for it. Immediately uninstall. A free game. I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying this place shit. Get out of here. You know.
That's the first one I gave up on.
Yeah, but that was also the recent one too.
Yeah,
it wasn't done by Todd Howard, right? Another director ended up with that fucking game. They tried to turn it to an MMO. We obviously see that shit doesn't work. Starfield's back in a single player experience. Cool. They're talking about having another Fallout later down the road. Okay, cool. So this isn't turning into the Fallout team. Elder Scrolls 6 is somewhere on the horizon. It's been announced. It was announced like 6 years ago or some shit like that. It's like, okay, fine, whatever.
It's about 4 years away.
Yeah. So having something in the in-between that isn't Fallout 76 will be nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm all right with that. I'm fine. There's no like real space travel type of thing. Like they like, I read this article, people are saying if you're thinking it's like No Man's Sky where you can kind of like leave a planet, get into space, fly to another planet type of thing, like, and it's all kind of done in real time, like everything is in like a persistent world, it's not. They're kind of a loading screen type of base thing. Yeah, so
that's kind of a bummer.
now this is all just hearsay. Who fucking knows what actually happens when the game launches, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, this game could be like,
well,
Bethesda expectation,
like 10,000 planets are already
they want it
in there and able to go to.
Well, they said there's 1,000 planets to play. There's 10 different systems to get into, or some shit like that, or 100 different systems to get into. So it's like 10 planets per system, or whatever it comes out to. It's like, okay, that's interesting. But Bethesda says this. Bethesda releases this. The community plays this. Then they mod this. You know what I mean? So it's like, we've got probably another 2 years before fucking, you know, Star Butthole is worth like a damn. And as long as they don't choke it at the very beginning, as long as it has a good storyline, cohesive, like straightforward stuff, and easy to play, I'm okay with it. I'll pick it up. I'll let it be a single player game. I'll fuck off with it on the side.
Yeah,
we'll do a let's play.
I think that would also be a great idea, just to see how drastically different our characters come out.
Yeah.
Fucking, because I don't know, even like drunk Brad, like I'll play a game and it's like, would you like to save this baby's life? I was like, yeah, I mean, of course I would. I don't want that on my conscience. Trevor just
yeah.
I'll fucking hug that baby. Hunt it like Baxter and Anchorman.
I go full dark side every chance I can. Every opportunity I can. There's no moral bone in my body that feels bad
about it. Laugh about it.
I do. Because it's like games are always tailored towards the good ending. Like, you are the protagonist. Like, here's the good thing. So anytime it's like, oh, shiv a kid in the eye, I'm like, fuck yeah, I am.
Can I do it again? Oh, I got his other eye.
You didn't even put a quick save down. No, I'm not repeating that. I'm not changing it. Yeah. I mean, there are some games I've made some decisions that were bad decisions, and like you get done, and you're like, oh, I kind of sucked. You know, but it's like, too late. I'll get it on the next playthrough. Doesn't always work out the same though. Oh, this is interesting. Speaking of having your community build your games for you, this was unintended, so this is great segue. Have you heard of this game called The Day Before?
No.
Okay, so The Day Before is The Division meets The Last of Us in kind of like this open world looter shooter, like zombie apocalypse type of thing.
Okay.
So The Day Before is one of the highest wish list items in Steam history. And it's made by a company that did Prop Hunt. Have you ever seen that piece of shit game?
Call of Duty?
No. I think I linked it to us. It's the one where like there's like a weird ghost like looking guy, like a Dead by Daylight looking thing, and then it's a prop hunt thing. And that type of thing. So their quality of that game is like pretty low tier. I mean, it looks fine for what it is, but it looks pretty low tier. That's the type of games that they produce. Well, The Day Before has been in production for a long time. When it first got announced at E3, it was mind blowing how gorgeous it was. Right. And we're talking about like this game that just looks good. Like, it is a good zombie shooter, like that type of like fucking real dark, like type of thing. And like in this open world with this divisions.
I'm feeling something bad coming.
So it was supposed to launch. I think it was supposed to launch this month or next month. And it had been announced like 2 years ago, something like that. They blamed a lot of the shit on COVID. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Well, they ended up pushing it out for a year. They were like, oh, well, we've been building this game in Unreal 4, but now that Unreal 5 is out, we need to swap over and we need the time to build it. And everybody's like, okay, I guess that makes sense. And then all the other developers are like, well, why so long? And they're like, well, what do you mean? Like, it's like, well, how far along is the game? Oh, the game's very far along. Well, so why is it? basically, I guess Unreal has basically made it so from going from 4 to 5, it's basically in layman's terms copy and pasting. So they're just like, well, why does it take so long? And a lot of the communities, like, they think that because the news article started coming out, it was like day before, it was like the highest wish list item, blah, 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 blah. You go to Steam right now, it's like, oh, make sure you wish list us, the highest wish list game, blah, 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 type of thing. I think their expectations are going to, like, or what people are expecting of the game is not what they're going to get. So they pushed it all the way out, and they were like, hey, we're going to take our time, make this better, in a sense. It's like,
we're going to make this the right way, guys.
Okay, cool. And so everybody was like, okay, we get it. Kind of scammy, but fine. No big deal. We'll make it work. They just announced 2 days ago, they opened up some job openings. Hey, here's some full-time positions. Here's some part-time positions. We're looking to get the game done. Click on the full-time positions. Empty. Can't find anything. Click on the part-time positions. Hey, we won't pay you. But what we will do is we'll give you exposure, free swag, video game keys, but we need your help to build the game. It's like, okay.
What have you done with all the pre-orders? What have you done? They announced it. They got all this funding. They just fucking snorted it all away in Tijuana. And now it's time for game. And they're like, why did we blow the whole budget on hookers?
Yep.
And Eugene's on like the board, and he's like, fucking, I thought that's just what we do.
Yeah. Honey, can you stop for a minute? I'm having a conversation. I'm sorry. What was that?
Wow.
But the problem, and this is, I think this goes back to the gamer monkey brain, is people are like, yeah, freaky. I don't give a shit. Come on, let me help you build the game. And it's like, man, it's the same thing with the Blizzard thing. Oh, we're going to acquire another thing and do these pre-orders and thing. And people just keep feeding money into these giant corporations. And it's like, fuck, man. Like,
when is enough enough?
Well, and then the question comes, like, how bad does the gaming community, or not community, but like industry have to get before like gamers just go, we're done. And then what then? Like I asked our group chat the other day, it's like, if you stop playing video games now, right? So you got to the point where you're like, I'm done. I don't want to play video games anymore. I'm done. What does a gamer do after that? I don't like watching TV. I don't really like watching movies.
Just go open my front door and light hits me. Fucking
the picture of the guy with the butterfly. Is this a dog?
Oh God. Yeah.
But I mean, seriously, what would you
just go to indie games?
No. If you didn't play games anymore, no
games at
no
all.
more video games, no phone games, no computer games, no fucking console games, nothing. You do not play video games anymore. What do you do?
I 3D print. I drink a lot. I'm trying to think like because most of the stuff I 3D print is from like video games, and that's why I make it. So I don't know. I'd still probably 3D print stuff. I guess I watch a decent amount of TV, but
like, where would your hobby end up? What would you? I mean, you were big into like the guns and stuff like that. Would you go back into like building guns and shooting guns and that type of
state?
Not in this state, right? So you can't do that hobby here. Like,
yeah, no, I completely put that on the side burner because
California's a shithole.
Yeah, I don't want to go to prison. I will be 100% compliant until I get to go to a state where I have fun.
Exactly. So where does your hobbies lie? If you don't play video games, what else can you do?
Fucking know, man. I guess I start hiking or something. What do normal people do?
I don't know.
Be one of those assholes that you see fucking running.
Yeah.
Just like, where are you going? Just like, just doing this for fun.
I like running.
Yeah, fucking. I saw one of them today. I don't know, man.
Huh?
I don't know. Fucking.
I think I'm gonna start woodworking or something.
I don't know. You're fucking throwing me into like an existential crisis. Jesus Christ. It's supposed to be fucking fun.
This is fun. This is fun. This is fun because the idea here is that, like, hopefully we open Oh, we open, yeah, all fucking 8 people watching us. But no, I mean seriously, like I want the idea of people to start looking at the gaming industry of where the cesspools lay, where the toxicity is, and start skirting around it. It's okay. We don't have to pre-order games anymore. It used to be a fucking important thing because
for like physical copies,
exactly, because that was the only way to make sure we
now
can get a day one. You get digital. Nobody buys fucking physical copies. And if you do buy physical copies, you can get it via Amazon or whatever. Like, yeah, you don't get it day one and because you got to wait for the fucking ship date. But, you know, the GameStops, the Best Buys where you're standing outside fucking all night long waiting for midnight for launches, just those are going to go by the wayside. Brick and mortar is gone.
Those were the days.
Yeah, though. I know they were. That was when I was working at GameStop. You know what I mean? Midnight launches were fucking dope. And this is before
huge parties in the parking
lot.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Before you Gen Zers were running fucking GameStop, and it was like, oh well, the East Coast has a midnight at this time, so it's actually technically 9 o'clock here on the West Coast, so we can launch all the games. Fuck you, people. Nope. The people on the East Coast were playing the games before you, where you were waiting until midnight. You know what I mean? And you were out there in the rain and the snow, like fucking camping out. Like, do you remember how big the line was for Halo 3?
Yeah.
It was fucking insanity how many people showed up for Halo 3.
The fucking cops walked me to my car because I was one of those assholes that bought 3 copies of like the Master Chief's edition. I had like 3 of the helmets and I had the box, and the cops were like already there. And they like walked me to the car. They're like, "You're gonna get shit kicked in." I was like, "What?" They're like, "Everybody wants this, and you're fucking walking out with 3? Fuck's your problem? What kind of asshole are you?" Like they were like talking shit to me as I was going to the car. "Oh, what are you gonna do with the other 2?" I was like, "I don't know, maybe sell them." And he's like, "Oh, you're one of those guys." Oh fuck, I'm a scalper.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, it's better than me. By month 3, we were just going in like nobody was fucking picking up. Like we had so many pre-orders for Halo, like we would just be like, oh, let's just cancel this person's pre-order and take the cash. Like we had so many boxes of the Master Chief Edition. We would open up the back and just hand them out to people, just to get them out of the store in the inventory because they're just fucking taking up space. And then we just write them off. Like I don't know what happened to them. This is so bad, man. It was terrible. It was a shithole place. But that was the thing. It was an environment. It was a thing. You were there with a bunch of people. There were people that would show up to those fucking things that weren't even gamers. You know what I mean? They were just there to support friends and they would have a good time. That was important. That was when pre-orders were the most important because like it gave people something to do. When we had on the Wii, Smash came out on the Wii. We threw a tournament. And then the person that won the tournament at the store got to go on to the next thing. So I, being a manager, snuck Sean in after hours. We closed the store down. I snuck Sean in. I had copies of the disc. I popped one open and put it in the Wii and just let him practice for like 3 hours. And he came to the store next day and just shit on everyone. So no one had played the game before because I hadn't launched. We had the tournament on launch day. Sean just shit on everyone. It's so funny. He went down to the regional tournament. It's so funny. It was just a blast. That was what when it was like being the gamer back then. You know what I mean? Yeah. There was an environment. You'd go into the store. I had regulars that come in and talk to you about video games, and you would just bullshit about video games with these people. You know what I mean? It's like, but that's
actually hung out at the place.
Yeah, but that's not it anymore. It's just about corporate greed and pushing shit fucking games to you as fast as possible.
Yeah,
you know. Gamers rise up. No.
This is your call to arms.
No, your call to arms is stop fucking pre-ordering from shit companies. Stop pre-ordering from corporations. No more Call of Duties. No more fucking Warcrafts. No more nothing. Stop pre-ordering games. Buy indie or wait for sales for the big stuff. Plus, you know you're going to have day one patches and it's going to be broken for the first week anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got other shit to play. Your old games aren't going away.
Yeah.
So we're picking up Modern Warfare though, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking pre-ordering it though. I'll tell you that.
What about all the bonuses you get?
Fucking care.
No, I know. I want to play the campaign.
Back in my day, when you pre-ordered a Modern Warfare, the fucking bonuses were some actual fucking night vision shitty goggles that you wore and you rode in the fucking woods and it doesn't have depth perception and then you get fucking clotheslined by a fucking tree branch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And you get a fucking Fortnite fucking emote.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird how pre-orders have come down. Well, it's like we were talking about, like collector's editions used to be cool because collector's editions used to come with. Look at this. James stole this from 2K. It was just sitting out. And he was like, "Do you want this?" I was like, "Fuck yes, I want this."
You beep. You have to bleep out his name.
No, fuck that. This is the collector's edition for fucking Mafia 3. Right? It has a book. It's got vinyl records in it.
That's sick.
You know what I mean? There's a whole art thing. Collection of art prints that you can't get anywhere. A coaster? I don't know what this is. Oh, I think this is the fucking giant map or whatever it is. Like the full art book of this thing. This is what collector's editions should still be. If I get a collector's edition, I want this. I want this.
I want something physical.
Yeah.
I want to display it.
Not these fucking once in a lifetime skins that you can't get anymore. It's like, who gives a fuck? You know?
Yeah. I get bored and buy a different one 3 days later.
It's exactly right. I think the only skin I missed out on for Call of Duty, I don't know if you can still get it, that I want is the Donnie Darko skin. Have you seen that? The rabbit.
That would be the one that you get.
Yeah, that's the one I get. So I don't.
I'm all fucking worked up now.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna start learning to whittle. Build canoes and shit in my free time.
Preparing for the gaming apocalypse when we all rise up.
Well, that's another big thing too. When everything
really good at canning. Any hairs lying around? What? I don't know. I just looked up shit. I'm really good at fucking preserving strawberries now.
I can tell the difference between mushrooms. Well, that's the thing. This is the big thing. When all the internet goes out and all the we can still get electricity and shit like that, but all the internet's gone. Make sure you download plenty of single player games.
Yeah, touche.
Yeah. Make sure you got a hard drive or something just stacked with single player games. Because I
like how it's like a legitimate concern, but like the internet going out and like the world like potentially ending, you're just like fucking. Thank God I downloaded fucking Skyrim.
I got a generator. I'm mashing up those fucking pears that I was canning, turning into gasoline. I can play single player games. Thank you, Bethesda.
The hero we always needed.
Oh Christ!
All right, kids. Well, hey, find a fucking hobby.
Yeah, stop playing video games. Go outside, touch grass.
Find a hobby. I have grass allergies. Find a hobby. Go touch a titty. Don't pre-order shit games.
Yeah. Go get a hand job at a masseuse parlor.
That's the last fucking takeaway.
Mm-hmm.
Full circle.
Full circle. All right, we're out of here. Bye-bye,
kids.